Struggling to manage your money? Let's break it down within 4 simple steps that will make a difference today. Starting today.
Managing money doesn't have to be complicated. If you have ever felt like your paycheck disappears too fast, stay tuned for these 4 simple steps that we're about to share with you.
Hello everybody, Sani Bunani.
Thank you for being part of our family. My name is Pumla, the Lady of Power.
My name is Jave, aka Grandmaster Bugsy.
And together we are
the Boardwalkers.
Yay.
Today's conversation, we're going to jump straight into it as always. 4 simple steps to improve your financial management.
Right.
Point number 1.
You got it.
Oh, well then.
Point number 1, how?
Know where your money goes.
Point number 1, know where your money goes.
Right.
Before making changes, you need to understand your spending habits. What is it that you spend on most? What is it that takes your money the most? And you also have to understand that. Go ahead and talk. My throat is acting up right now.
Okay. I was going to say, pertaining to this is like, if you guys have ever, everybody's lived in apartments before, and hopefully everybody understands like a ledger, right? And the ledger is a very fine breakdown of where your money is going, right? And so if you can have an awareness of where your money is particularly going, you can have an awareness of everything that is being paid for, right? So the non-negotiable payments obviously have to be there, but the ones that don't need to be paid for and are excessive spending habits need to be very careful of and need to be very aware of, and calculate how much is being used, to where those could be potential investments. Those could be potential growth investments as well, right? They don't necessarily also always have to be a financial aspect. They could be going towards a book that will give you a little bit more insight on finances, going towards a personal development book that is good for you on your journey currently right now. It could also be courses. It could also be new skills to elaborate on. There's so many ways of calculating and redirecting where the expenses is going to non-returnable payments.
Right.
Right.
As I was saying, you guys, spending habits. You need to figure out what are your spending habits. So what you're going to do is you're going to use a notebook or an app or your bank statement to see the patterns, because you might not just figure it out, but your bank statement, your notebook on writing things down, and also the app might help you and tell you this is how much you spend every month on this one thing.
Right. You're focusing on the return value too as well when you're dealing with this concept. Know where your money goes so you can get a higher return value on it as well. So say for instance you're a dancer or whatnot, right? And you're like, okay, well, I need to know these couple of new moves right here. And so you're starting to pay for classes, right? Instead of going to the movies, going on all these dates and stuff like that, you're now redirecting the funds that was going towards these particular sets of skills, right? That will give you more value in the dance realm of teaching other people and also teaching yourself.
Yeah. And also, once you know where your money is going, you can literally start making better decisions.
Correct.
By not making those purchases as much as you did before, because you can't solve a problem that you do not know.
Right.
You need to figure it out first, and then you need to solve the problem.
Correct.
All right, let's move on to number two.
Number two.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Create a realistic budget.
Correct.
Don't be lying to yourself, because you lying to yourself, it doesn't help anyone. It literally is putting you into the hole. You need to be realistic, and you need to understand that this is how this is going, and this is not where I want to go. This is where I want to go. So I have to be real. I do not have money to go to brunch this Sunday.
Right.
So I have to say no. I do not have the money to buy those heels that I said I was going to buy. So I have to say no.
Right.
Use the 50-30-20 rule. So how do you do that? You use 50 for your needs, 50% for your needs, for everything that you need to pay for, and then 30% for your wants, the things that you want to purchase, and then 20% for your savings and debt repayment. Most of us, we see the 30% for wants and think that, oh, if I can have that 30% for once and go spend it on things that literally is not going to help us out.
Right.
However, I would say that before you even get to a point where you take out that 30% for your wants, you can literally take that 30% and bundle it up to your savings and debt payments. And then once you feel like, okay, now I can breathe, then you take that 30% and you do anything that you want to do, because you know that you pay the people that you owe, and also you have 3 months to 6 months of your living expenses.
Yeah. You want to go to point number 3?
Which is something that that we are doing. We were literally not purchasing anything. We were literally not purchasing no clothes, no shoes, no personal. We didn't use our money on wants.
Yeah.
We used our money on things that we need, and we used our money to pay all the debts that we have, which is something that we're still doing. We're still paying some of the debts because we're not fully debt free yet. Looking forward to be debt free, by the way. So a budget isn't about restricting yourself. You don't have to restrict yourself. You also have to be like, okay, if I don't use my wants this month, I can literally use my wants next month. So I can buy the things that I need, that I want, and that are important. And the things that are important, not just things that doesn't give you anything back.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you can invest in books, invest in courses, take that 30%, invest in courses and books. You're investing in yourself, you're investing in your knowledge, you're investing in your mindset as well.
Check your wants at the front door.
Exactly. Yeah.
Those are good wants. Good wants of growth.
Yeah.
Not things.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Because buying that pants while you have 20 other pants that you haven't been wearing is like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? But I can't tell you where to put your money. I can only share what I have been doing and what has been working for me,
right,
which is what I am doing. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I haven't done, because if I haven't done it, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, and I wouldn't be telling you what I'm telling you.
Right.
I would be still trying to look nice and look sexy, you know, and trying to please people that doesn't care about me, that don't even care about whatever I'm doing, but I'm like, I want them to see me. So yeah, we need to stop doing all those things. A good rule is the method that I just mentioned, which was 50, 30, and 20.
Yeah, I think also real short and sweet, focusing on she was saying, focusing on not pleasing others, but focus on the bigger picture, which is initially generational wealth, legacy, something bigger than yourself, and having a vast vision, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people who are not focusing on these things don't have a vast vision. They don't have anything that they're moving towards or focusing on. So with that being said, so point number 3.
Point number 3, build an emergency fund. So as I said, with that 20% that for your savings, that goes to your savings, that you repay the debts with, and you also put it on your saving. Now you can take that 20%, you can take 10% of that 20% and put it into your emergency savings. Emergency savings is something that you need to have as a human being, because you never know what's gonna happen, right? At least $2,000 emergencies that you are not going to touch, especially if you're still starting, right? But it has to be more than that. But start with saving at least 1,000 or 2,000, and continuing and building your emergency fund by saving 6 months of your living expenses.
Yeah. Emergency funds are not meant for a lifetime of exercise. It is only meant for a 12 or... Interesting.
Mm-hmm. What?
They don't normally do that. They don't normally float like that. But anyways, they're usually meant for a 12-month to a 6-month program, right? It depends on what your focus is. Some people think that I should have 1,000 to 200 saved on the side, even after, whatever the case may be. Some people think that is a lifetime, but it's truly not. It's just for that time period as you are coming out of debt, right? You have that emergency fund so you don't have to ask for anybody for anything. And if
Yeah.
anything transpires in the midst of you clearing your debt, you
Yeah.
are already prepared and set and ready, okay,
And also-
to be able to use it.
And also emergency funds, they keep you from going into debt when life throws surprises at you.
Correct.
Because sometimes life does throw surprises at us. You get to a point where something happens and you cannot solve that problem, but you have to go through it and you have to learn the lesson. So in order for you not to be in debt, if you have the emergency saving fund, you will definitely be able to conquer that,
Right.
and not be on debt, or not go to debt.
And as the wise words of Dodgeball, the movie says, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. And if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge these incidents.
Okay, keep money separated. So you keep this money separated, and you make so you don't get tempted, because sometimes if it's on your savings and you can see it, you're gonna want to use it. You're gonna be like, oh, I have that money sitting over there, let me transfer. Make sure that it's inaccessible. What I did a long time ago when I started my emergency savings fund, I went to the bank. I told the bank that, can you guys please set up a do not touch account for me? And with that account, I do not want to see that account when I open my app every time. I don't want to see that account. I want you guys every month on the 25th to take $250 and put it on that account every month. On the 25th, whether I get paid on that day or not, I want you 25 of every month, take $250 and put it into that account. And I do not want to see that account. The only time I can go to that account is for me to come inside the bank, which is sometimes you don't want to do that. Like 9 times out of 10, when I had to purchase something and had to go to that account, I would end up not doing it, because I have to go to the bank to tell them I need this money, and then I take it out. So that helps, because you can see the money, you can transfer the money, and you can only see the money when they send you the bank statement at the end of the month.
Yeah, it's really setting yourself up for success. So really focusing on what's more important, and going through all the trials and tribulations to even get the money allows you to understand, what is this? Is this truly a want or a need? Because if something is really transpiring, you would go up there and actually get the money, because this emergency is that crucial, or it's that in need. But if you know that it's truly not, you'll be able to weigh yourself out. But this also having the discipline. She understood what she was as a person, so understand what you are as a person. I understand how I am as a person. What works, and don't give yourself excuses on why you can't do it, because there's no excuses. At the end of the day, get it done. Do what she says. Take this advice, or have discipline. Don't touch the money, because you know the money is for this particular incident. Car goes down, it needs about $300 and something to fix it, and this is your source of transportation right now. Well, what are you gonna do? You gonna wait till your next paycheck and catch the bus, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, and be able to do it from that perspective of, I have this for this or not. Okay. And also,
if you remember, as you know me, I'm a disciplined person when it comes to finances, when it comes to like touching the money, buying stuff and things like that. But I did that because I was like, I just don't want to see it, and it's okay if I don't see it. I just wanted to go like an investment, and it automated and put it straight to that account. And I will see it whenever I see it. I'll see it when they send me the bank statement at the end of the month, to see how much I have inside that account. So whether you think that you're disciplined enough, I feel like that's the great way to start, especially if you haven't started yet. Okay. Point number 4 is make your money work for you. Now, this is the interesting part that we mostly do not understand. When people say make your money work for you, sometimes we think that, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to put the money on stocks, I have to, I can't do that right now, because you think that you need $5,000 to invest in order for you. You can start as low as you can with investments, depending on what you're interested in. However, my point is that you don't have to wait to learn or to execute the make your money work for you. It's either your money work for you by investing, or your money work for you by you starting a small business. That still, the money is still going to work for you because you're still going to make profit and you're still flipping the money. So it's either you start the business or you invest or you do both. Doing both is even great. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah. A part of investment is also investing in yourself. A part of investing in yourself is also investing in your mind. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, if you only have a little bit, the wise words would be, use your last to acquire the knowledge and the wisdom to understand it.
Yeah.
Which is the wisdom. And wisdom is understood as application, how you apply the knowledge you just got. Right?
Right.
And focusing on bettering your skills will make you more valuable as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes you may be not in a position to start a business, but you're in the position to get a book about business and how to make a successful business because you have a brand idea. Don't just jump in, cold-heartedly without investing in your mind. So therefore you can quantum leap your present mind into the bigger vision and awareness of how to make it successful.
Right.
So those are also aspects of investing in yourself: personal, finance, health. All these things allow you to understand what is investment. You get a return on the information that you apply.
Right. And also, I need you to understand that once you create this emergency fund, you start thinking about long-term goals. So you're not going to stick on just saving 2,000 and that's it. You start thinking about, like, where can I put my money at, and what can I do that can give me a higher interest, you know what I mean? And because in step 3 we said you pay, step 2 we said you save the 20% and you pay your debt, and then in step 3 we said you build your emergency fund. You build your emergency fund by putting at least 1,000 to 2,000 on your bank account and keep building it until it's 6 months of your living expenses. And then you move on to number 4, which is once you get the emergency fund, you start thinking long term. And when you think long term, now where can I put this free money? Because now you have free money. You paid your debt, you have the savings, and you have so much free money, and you have a realistic budget. Yes, realistic budget, right? Everything is now moving your way, not the other way around. Yeah.
Well, to wrap it up in this point of view, you start having a realistic budget. That way, as you're moving to now, I have options. You're now, what I said earlier, investing in yourself to understand, like, oh, I'm more aware of what I can invest in now and will give me a higher return value or equity, right? Or not even just equity, or dividends, right? Something that is returning, which is paying me back, right? And you become more aware. You start asking the right questions,
right?
But being in a position to do so and having awareness will allow you to start having the inspiring thoughts, right? Or having the awareness to ask this particular question,
right?
And so this is along the journey as you're revealing life's beautiful gems to yourself, right? As you're revealing and do steps like this to enlighten you on there's more to focus on. These are what successful people think about, right? Why are they thinking this way? Is this the way to walk, or what's the benefits of this, right?
Yeah.
And you get to this point where you start to now let the ball roll, and you're getting momentum of this mindset.
And also, I used to think that before I have to save and manage my money, I need to have so much money. I need to be rich to do that. You don't need to be rich to manage your money well. It's all about making smart choices, staying consistent, and planning ahead. Start small, keep learning, and you'll see the progress over time.
We hope that this video has blessed you tremendously on your journey. We see you being, doing, having all the good you desire. If this has blessed you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. and hit the bell notification. We're at 68% of non-subscribers who come to the videos and don't subscribe. So definitely check us out, hit that subscribe, and get more educated information about your future and growth and overall expanding and making an impact in life.
And also drop a comment down below. Tell us which of these steps you need to focus on the most, or you're already focusing on the most.
Stay locked in.
God vibes only.
Bing, ba, boom, ba, boom. Understand.
God, you're fun, man.